What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another early afternoon in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And this afternoon in the BrewLab, coming at you after having watched the finals at the SCG-Con in Orlando. And Mono-Red won it. Even though the top 8 was composed out of 2 Mono-Red and 6 Izzet Cauldron, honestly seems like a repeat of Final Fantasy Pro Tour, where it was Izzet, prowess with Vivi, not really the Cauldron version quite yet. That was the overrepresented deck, and then Mono-Red ended up taking it down. And I feel like all that's really changed. I mean, yes, they got rid of Rage, and they got rid of Cutter, and they got rid of the mouse, the one-drop mouse, and all of that, which is, of course, I still think that was a good idea. But also the real takeaway here for me is the hate piece that pushed Mono-Red to the victory at the Final Fantasy Pro Tour, in my opinion. And that was the discovery of Magebane Lizard, because at the time, it was still a Corey Steel Cutter deck that was attempting to cast multiple spells a turn to trigger the Corey Steel Cutter. So, Magebane Lizard was the better hate option at the time. But now, since it's shifted more into this draw a lot of cards to get a bigger trigger off of your Prof-Sadetic memory, Needlekin came in as the new sideboard hate piece for the Izzet Cauldron matchup, and Mono-Red took it again, and in like incredibly convincing fashion. I watched both the semi-final and the finals live, and it was like just like 9 minutes total of gameplay, and like maybe 15 minutes including sideboarding for the games to just be over. Like, it wasn't even close. So of course, here we are. I have to keep you guys updated with the latest situation competitively. It is a thing that I enjoy to do from time to time whenever there's a bigger tournament, to pick and choose some of the spicier lists, or definitely pick the winner's deck. So here we are. Without further ado, jamming with Brennan Roy's a brew, and as I mentioned, Razorkin Needlehead is the thing, and because of what they were expecting, and it ended up being absolutely true. The event was, I can't remember, the conversion to day 2 was like 54% Vivi Cauldron in the meta. So, it's in the main, it's not even in the side. And funnily enough, there's some Magebane Lizards in the side as well. Some interesting things here. Like, I think what's really causing me to say this next point is the fact that I play Arena and I play, the best of 3 Mythic ladder. I don't, spend much time at paper tournaments at all, living in Bali, Indonesia. So, from my experience of the ladder, perhaps this Vengeful Possession could, I don't know, it doesn't have to be here in my opinion. However, I'm not gonna touch what is obviously a fantastic deck. It won the event, but if this were my version, and I will show you, I have been playing with things like this, I would not have put the Vengeful Possession in the side. Like, I think there's space for some other things, and like, I don't know, for Sunspine Links, I'm still a little bit confused as to exactly which matchup. Like, I watched him play as many times as they had him on camera, and there was other people running similar decks. It's really about trying to figure out like the exact configuration. Like, also, not everybody had the Bastionaut in the 1-drop slot alongside the Hide Claw. There's quite a bit of different ways of building this, but what I do really love about his build, and he explains it in the interview after the win, is the Scorching Shot. This thing is really freaking epic. You need to have that 5 damage these days, like especially in the mirror. You're gonna have Hellkites, the BVs, and the what's the the Vigilance Flyer guy that I can never remember the name of. You know, most of the creatures in the Vivi deck just get absolutely massive and quite quickly go past your like sort of 3 and 2 damage spells. So instead of having the Omen Dragon that does 5 damage, Scorching Shot just doesn't really, you know, doesn't care if the thing has flying or not. It's just 5 damage, boom, creature. I like this choice for the meta. Then there's a nod to, you know, an additional nod to the, you know, game 1 against Cauldron, a Braid in the main, a Braid in the side, more Sunspine Lynxes. Also these, like, I don't know. I can see when I'd bring in the Chandras. I know where Fire Magic belongs. Obliterating Bolt, great. You know, sort of more of this, but also with the Exile, really nice, except this doesn't hit Planeswalkers, Obliterating Bolt does. You know, little things. I can't wait to try it. I haven't played it yet. Like, as is, I've just copied this off the internet, and let's take it for a spin. I think we all know what's going on here. Right. Platinum, baby. Fresh season, Mono-Red Aggro. I reckon there's going to be about another 1 million people playing the exact same deck after the event. Surprise, surprise. If it isn't Mr. Cutter Boy. Lynx is going to be pretty nice, I'd say. I reckon we can hold out on that Lynx. I'm so sick of this matchup. Like, I've watched it about 1 million times this weekend. I've played it about 1 trillion times. Does not get much more boring than this. I guess you can use... Can't use nothing. Get out of my freaking sight. Okay, so I guess this is like, you know, just go faster. You just gotta keep the Needlekin in. I think we can probably do without the Lynx, frankly. Seems good. Bring in all the removal, cut the Lynxes. I mean, it's a fine card. It would have been nice there in that particular game. You had 4 non-basics, but we're not really worried about them gaining life, you know. And I do like that it like helps push that extra bit of damage through, but double Needlekin seems nice. Just the boredom. eternal boredom. Sure, bud. What is the play here? I think we need to do this, surely. Oh yeah, you do that. Enjoy. Draw away, by all means. Ping ping! Also, by the way, that damaging the opponent during their turn is really good for the oh wait, yeah, sorry, I don't have the I just saw the one drop. I meant the what's his name, the Hired Claw. So many decisions, yeah. Two more. With a Hired Claw, this deals damage to them, and you can actually, you know, put a +1/+1 counter on your claw during their turn. Sure. Please, go ahead. Draw your whole deck. See if I care. Ah, okay, he's just trying to... Sure. Do we just... swing with all? Is that enough? He blocks the 3 and maybe one of the 2/2s and 2 for, yeah, and then we can activate. Yeah, I think that's enough. What a clown. Get out of my face, you freaking loser. I hope this deck just disappears because of this. Like, just, I know it's so strong, but just play something else, man. I guess it's just my nature as a person. Like, and even Ray Duke mentioned this at some point, and Corey and Jim Davis. I love their commentary. Like, you know, they're both semi-pro pros. They've been there. They've done that, and you know, they were talking about how there's sort of a divide between the people that turn up to these tournaments. You know, so you're either one of the guys who's the bad guy and you're playing the best deck in the house, and then there's the good guys that are trying to beat the best deck in the house, and they think they've come with their, like, a solution to how to beat it. I've always been on that side. I'll never just play Izzet, you know, Cauldron because it's the best deck in the format. I'll do my best to find a way to beat it, and it's just been so dominating and so everywhere and such a big percentage of the meta that I'm bored af, and I'm fairly certain that even after the ridiculous, once again, quantities of that deck at this tournament, that they'll still do absolutely nothing about it, let's say tomorrow or the next day, and they'll wait until November. And I guess I understand their reasoning. It's not very good for a format to have to ban cards and whatnot, and there is a Spider-Man's about to come out. Still, I don't know. Somehow... Would this be Jeskai one? Or is this just the Azorius? I think it's gonna be the Hellkite. Okay, we've got 2 Abrades. I don't remember if... No, we were on the draw this time. side, right? Probably just gonna be the 4 mana, yep. United Battlefront. It's crazy how like they just it's like every time you play this deck, it's just that. Total whiff though. Absolute whiff cake. Like, ooh, wow. Woohoo. Epic. What? Yeah, we're so screwed. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think we're screwed, but... Yeah, we're screwed. Next. Not a very good draw. Trade in. Needlekin out. More Hellkite. Let's try to go the Science Spine Lynxes this time around. I don't know, like just play one after the other. At least they can block. Yeah, not a matchup I was expecting. In best of 3, you still run into it. But in best of 1, like that, like just the one with like a one-off copy of the Fire Crystal is, I see that like every day. Oof. Heavy mulliganing going on that end of the table. That's pretty good. Floor. Probably just go a Nemesis, frankly. Or could go keep the Nemesis back in reserve. Inevitable turn 3 Synthesizer, and then it'll be the inevitable turn 4 United Battlefront. Like, boom, 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 boom. It's like ridiculous, actually, this deck. How there we go. Okay, but that's pretty nice. It's nuts, bro. Like, you guys all saw that 2 games in a row. Yeah, only 1 trigger. Get out of my sight. Oh, the Bastronaut is actually a really good addition, like in non-goblins, like I never would have thought. Here we are. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, quite a lot of non-basics. We just stick to the plan. If he goes turn 3 synth, turn 4 Battlefront again, it's gonna be just one of those get stuffed moments, I reckon, but hey. And this time we go for the Bastion on one. Yeah, bad, bad, bad. Unbelievable stuff. I worry about 2 drops now, like in 1 drops. Could be Pinnacle Star Cage, whatevs. Biscuit for the biscuit, as Haley Loney would say. Man, her South Africanness just comes. Okay. Whiff. Big old whiff. And then as I swing... Great. Just great. This is going to be fine. This is going to be just fine. I mean, we're still like behind, right? But let's see where the blocks land. Do we care about this? Yeah, I mean, let's get rid of it. GG, game over. We'll play the fun. Yay! Synthesizer deck. I've been, I reckon this like should be the best deck in Standard, honestly, but somehow like Izzet Cauldron happens to be even stronger than that. But I lose to that deck like almost every time. Like it's really, really strong. The like they just the synthesizer just somehow is always there. And they're like, if you kill it, they'll find another one, and they'll always find another one. They'll make a copy of the one they have, or they'll, you know, there's so many ways to find it and get it and make it and copy it that like it's just. I think it's one of the best decks in the format, but hey. Okay, so now we get to see the Hired Claw Needlekin sort of thing, you know, maybe if it survives, because it says this turn, so it's not any turn. However, worried about a just a Chinese pride mate. Arguably the best possible card against any sort of life gain strategy, because it gives a permanent play out the card. The Sephiroth. Okay, never mind. I guess that'll be what's coming next. Yeah, he'll just block the 3/3. But that'll take him down to... I mean, he might have removal. He definitely will post-board in these colors. But I'm assuming this is some kind of a Sephiroth deck with the Mobilize synergy. Bro, I'm tapped out. What? Oh, Platinum's a wild place at the beginning of the season. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not all of them. And no Needlekins, I don't think. Probably just a bit more removal. You know what? This might actually be the time for, like, a Vengeful Possession. Let's see. We won the first game. If I need it, I'll bring it in. And then, you know, it did appear to be life gain, so one extra links. Oh, geez, are you there? I cannot. This is another thing. I would put only 3 villages in my deck. Just gonna come out and say it. Everything's fine. I've now decided that there's probably no Sephiroth in the deck, but... Nice, next turn we can all kinds of shenaniganery. And I'll still swing with my claw. I get some extra damage. This guy might not block, because he didn't last time. I don't know what you're worried about. You got 4 toughness. Or 1 mana, I guess. Like, please, keep doing that. Finally, he's had a pack beast stay on board. Okay. Is this just it? Like... 5, 4, 5? No. It takes him down to 2, but then we just have another Hellkite. I think that's fine as a play. I might even hold back the claw just in case. You never know, right? It could be all kinds of shenanigans, you know. That's a absolute metric buttload of like whatchamacallits, mobilizations happening. Just go with everything. I really don't. Use that vigilance. Yeah. Let's just easy lemon squeezy. So look, this is gonna have to be it because I need to get back to work. But I think if you're looking for something to like ladder with quickly in the early season in Platinum, like look no further. But I would make some changes. Like I mentioned earlier in the introduction, some of these choices are very specific to like mini metas that develop around tournaments or certain geographic jurisdictions or whatever. But like, oh yeah, obviously I forgot to open my season rewards. Nice. I reckon on Arena, it's slightly different from what you might have found. You're not going to run into that much Izzet Cauldron, you know. So like maybe some slight changes in the main and in the side, but overall just continuing to freaking dominate. We lost the mouse, we lost Monstrous Rage, fine. Like Mono-Red never dies. There's always a good aggressive deck in every format all the way back to the beginning of time. So you know, it just took the red mages some time to figure it out. I've also seen this like very light blue splash for this it's all various ways of getting some hate on the spellcasty decks. The card I'm talking about that I've seen some other versions, Quintonole, it's for the Scalding Viper. So you get to have this cool little adventure sorcery, and all you have to do is perhaps put like a full play set of Riverpire Verge in your deck, and that's it. And then you can run that card just fine. And then whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, this creature deals 1 damage to that player. It's just that, another thing like Needlekin. But I think ultimately Needlekin just ended up being like a little bit of a better attacker with the first strike. The shenanigans you can do with first strike and things like Hired Claw, or, first strike and then hit them with a burst lightning so your guy doesn't die. There's lots of cool little shenanigans. And then obviously the current meta indicates that punishing the opponent for drawing multiple cards a turn is more important than punishing the opponent for casting multiple non-creature spells each turn. So I might also cut the Magebane Lizards. And I'm very sus about the full play set of the Lynx. I think what I'm going to do after this is make my own version for Arena, tailored to my tastes, and I think you'll find it to be a freaking banger. So stay tuned for that, but that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.